Welcome back. Hopefully that wasn't too much of a wait for no viewers we really have yet for these live research logs. Well, for me, they're more training. The doctor and we'll call him a scout for now, because he's not here. They're going to be a little bit more organized about stuff. This is more about live creation and going along on the journey, you know. And hey, who knows if I die horribly to a creature in this multiverse research facility? Hey, at least it'll be caught on camera, or at least audio for you guys. Here we have the internal cameras going. Okay. I am going to be sharing the stream with a few people. Just cause. Uh, oh god, I accidentally went to my own screen. If any of you ever end up in a situation where you get that like couple of seconds delay, or even like only a second delay of hearing what you are saying coming back, it'll short circuit your dang brain. It's something to get used to, and more power to like say the singers who are able to do that all the time. Cause I can't. Well, I mean, I can. It took a little bit, but it is oof. Even now, even thinking about it. So it takes a lot more brain power than you think. Like, think of it like say if you wear glasses, right? Or you're driving and you've got a smeared over windshield, or it's raining just a little bit too hard for your windshield wipers, or whatever your colloquial vernacular is for them. Uh, if they aren't keeping up, right? And you're having to focus through the obstruction. You're going to be more tired after that drive or after that day of work where you didn't have a chance to clean your glasses or what have you, uh, than if you did all the exact same stuff without that. And that's mostly because your brain was having to compensate for the difference in sensory input. Uh, just like I'm having to compensate for the sensory input of trying to talk and manage a few different things on here. Uh, yeah. Let's see. This time it was different things that were causing the issues, as it were. Uh, last week it was, or last time we opened one of these logs. Uh, it was because I didn't have any real familiarity with uh, the software that I was going to be using, or a few other factors of streaming this, like streaming live on this particular platform. Hadn't really used it before, so it's a whole bunch of like, oh no, oh no. This time it was mostly just updates or the actual hardware needing new drivers installed and then restarting, and then they wouldn't work, and then they say, hey, turn it off and turn it back on again. Like, the fact that the tablet software was like, yeah, we don't recognize the thing. You can use it as a mouse on your other two monitors that you've currently got up, but your display on the drawing tablet is going to say, no, no, I don't exist. And then you're like, well, why? Troubleshoot it through the system, and it just tells you turn it off and turn it back on again. It was kind of funny. Uh, but let's pick up back where we left off last time. I think you all might recognize uh, our old flayed skinned, dagger handed Rick and Morty character. But no, no, that is in fact not what we're talking about. If you weren't here for the last one, that is, in essence, the proportions underdrawing for our our faces in general. This one right here is for a straight on, which is not really what most pieces of art are going to have. Although, let's face it, it's probably for most people, including me, a total beginner at this. Uh, it's gonna be easier to utilize because you're not having to think about shifting a proportion, making one eye slightly smaller than the other. Although, let's face it, your your ability to do so where it's not that one's smaller than the other, it's that they're identically symmetrical on the face. Um, yeah, that's an issue. Um, there there are wow, there are a couple of different things that I learned from the last one. One of which was I'm shit at drawing circles. Like the one here is only this good because I used a circle that was near me as a tracer, and it wasn't even a flat circle, so it wasn't easy enough to get the digital pen around. Uh, so that's why you see a little bit of a jitter in the line. I also learned, oh hey, you know what? It's perfectly okay to just say fuck it. I'll use the ellipse tool. Like even I'm not even touching the pen right now. I could do that right now if I remember which tool it is. Oh, I currently have it set up for that, I believe. We'll find out. Yeah, see, I could have just made my own circle and then based the scaling of everything else off of that. But I didn't. Um, so part of that is because it's good practice. Like the more uniform you can keep a curve, the less jittery your lines are going to be. The more freehand you're able to do something, the quicker you're able to do it. Because even if I was doing quick and easy hotkeys, right? Like or keying a macro on a programmable keypad, right? That's still gonna take the time to do that, or even like if it's just adding 2 seconds. If you're shaving 2 seconds off of every time you've got to do that, and if you have to do it a lot in a piece, well, it'll save you time overall. And if you have to redo it and redo it and redo it to make it the perfect proportions, well, yeah, hey, you've got yourself covered if you're able to at least get pretty damn close in at least the rough sketching with just your own skill without having to use the tool. The tool also helps those of us who aren't there yet. Okay, let's put on some of the background music. Make this a more chill environment. Soothe the savage beasts around and all that fun stuff. Okay. I think that's a good volume for y'all. If anybody ever comes on and says that it's too quiet or too loud, just let me know and I'll deal with that. Um, okay. A couple of other things that I learned from my time in between working. One of the things that I learned was if you know there's going to be things like, oh, I don't know, pre-drawing. Oh my goodness, I just realized that Bab's Tars almost looks like mine from that angle. But yeah, should I just call her Babs though? Like that feels more familiar, and maybe I'll do. But also Babs Tar just like rolls off, and I don't know if let's look up. Okay, no, they do have it as a separate space so that it's like a name and not Reptar from the Rugrats. For those of you who don't, oh boy. Anyways, so we've got that. There's I should have done this bit beforehand. But like if I've got that sort of things, those sort of things. I can practice them a little bit, or have things prepared, or have reference files already on there. Like I could have had a Scary Terry right next to this guy right here. Like I could. Ooh, boy, this is fun. But yeah, let me switch this back over to this. Let's go blue. So we'll go like straight regular blue. So yeah, I could have, with this guy, gone like super bigger brush for right now for one. There we go. So for him, I could have already had like off to the side over here or on a bigger document, had an actual reference right next to it, so I could be looking over rather than looking up at the monitor above. And also had done it to make it more fluent for you guys, and just for myself. So there are things like that out there, including something that I've meant to already have up here before we got on. So while off screen, there are a couple other things that I've been doing. Let's see. For one, I found a different reference. This is one where I'm going to be putting these. But I also found some guys who do who have been uploaded, I should say. It's not that that they are currently the ones choosing to do this. Fans are the ones doing it. But here we've got this bit of come on, I'm hitting the space. So we've got these guys. They're just figure drawings, some of it with the underdrawing, some of it with a little bit of a different bit. And so, like, I did my stuff here. I'll pull off everything that's not them. Note to the word to the wise, or whatever you want to call it. Label your layers. Unless you're doing a speed draw, and you're gonna have the time if you're not. Label them, and if you can, put them in folders, because then you'll be able to see what's what. So this is, say, this figure, right? Well, I decided let's do some trace work to work on my line confidence and whatnot. Those hairy lines, I think, is what Babs was calling them last week, or say week. And so, like, here, I did some work. And there are a couple of spots, because I didn't keep switching on and off, on and off, on and off with it. Like, let's see. Am I not on that? Yeah, I'm on that layer. So, like, right here, right? There's a spot that I did not complete the line from 1 to 1. Like, let's turn this back on. See how they've got that one line that goes all the way up there? I didn't connect it. So I didn't do the right flow with it. But this is just a first attempt. And you can see where there are bits where I'm out of line with it, but it's close enough to get closer and closer to actually doing it. And then, let's see. Let's see that. And then over here, we've got another bit of trace practice. So here's it without me. Here's it with me. I think I got it. I tried doing straight lines freehand. Not easy. And then, one more. So here's what it looks like for me. There are a couple other bits where I've done some trace work. I'll show you that in a second. But let's go over to my off-camera Scary Terry. See, this is one of the ones where I learned, you should try out using some of the tools available to you, because you're not that skilled yet. Like, there are those people who can draw a literal perfect circle freehand, like, every time. I'm not one of them. So, like, go down and get to the, again, label your layers, kids. Listen, you don't know what's what. Like this. See, layer 1, that's not even, it's layer 2 that has it. So here's somebody who did a whole bit on it, and so I took that and ran with it. But oh yeah, okay, that's weird. So I've got a couple of different attempts of it. A few of them that are me with, if you see the red, that's freehand, and then the blue, the circle is not freehand, but the chin is. We're gonna add in a couple more things, just because we can right now. Now, if we had more of a audience at the moment, I'd interact with you guys. I'd be answering questions while we're doing things off camera too, because like right now, I am getting ready to add a couple of different scary terrors from a different person. Let's see. Tab. And it's a slightly different style too. This one's more of a illustrator or cartoonish. I feel bad because a lot of people, when they hear cartoonish, they're thinking more like caricature than an actual cartoon style. So here we go. Let's Control V some stuff. So here's what I'm talking about. So I'll take this. I'll just move it off to the side. So here's that, what do they call it? 3/4 perspective. Not a bad perspective to have. It allows you to have a little bit more motion and whatnot, versus, oh yeah, about to, here. Okay. Now there's an option for you to paste at the location that you currently have selected. I'm being lazy and just using the keyboard. And like, this is from Mitch. Oh God, is it Leuwe? Leeuwe. So I don't own the base of this, but I am going to use it to help myself. There's a bit of taking the inspiration from me. I'm not going to claim the base of what we've got, but like, this guy has stuff ranging from drawing regular people's faces, cartoonish or more realistic, blob creatures, inanimate objects, or in this case, going through some of the anatomy of doing a facial feature shift, and some of the physics behind that. It's kind of nice, and I think it's mostly focused on like how this. I don't know. Either way. So yeah, that's some of the fun stuff. But like this guy's stuff was what I was unsuccessfully trying to find briefly during the last stream. One more thing before we take back up with Babs and Marisha is let's go here. So I'm also I've talked to it in a couple of servers I'm a part of, as well as with a couple of my friends, including an artist friend of mine, that I'm going to do some of that trace work to get the line confidence and instincts of how to portray certain things, as well as experimenting with style by taking, stuff that somebody else has already done and suggestions from a whole bunch of people. I've asked a lot of them, hey, send me some artist or whatever that you enjoy, or their style you think is really nice, that sort of thing. And I chose one of the ones to do first that is I can never remember if I should call it graphic novel, a manga, is it manhwa or manhwa, or what? Because they're Korean based, Chinese based, and Japanese based. They're all going to be something different. And I haven't researched this, but this is from Mad Snail's Tales of Demons and Gods. And no, it's not Nami. It's not Orihime. It's not a young Rangiku. No, this is. Oh shoot! I should have looked up her actual name. It's Ninger, but I can't remember. Ning. Tales of Demons and Zhao. Zhao Ning Okay. Which makes me think that this is, yes, in fact, a Chinese-based one, based off of the naming convention. I think. But yeah, she's a character from that. She's okay. So believe it or not, in that picture, apparently she's supposed to be fucking 15. Yeah, no. Anyways, the point is that when I did this, I decided, I'll go in and I'll try this line art because this was a good, fun cover from one of the chapters. And so we'll take off all of my line work. This one I actually did label. There goes the body line work. There goes the hairline work. There goes the surf. Oh, not there. Yeah. Okay. So I have the surfboard cover. I mean, the lines covering the surfboard should still be on there. So here's the base. All right, and then I did a lot better. There's some bits in here where I had to invent where it was because it's underneath the objects. And we'll see how much of an anal retentive guy I'll be when drawing, because I could take some of these and like when I'm drawing something and it's gonna have something underneath it, I might end up doing I draw what goes underneath it in its entirety, and then the thing above it. If I do a speed draw, that's going to kill me on time, because that's a lot of extra detail that you don't need. Because like, say more of her hair, or somebody else was behind her, or, like all that sort of stuff. And I knew she was going to hold this. I almost called it a snowboard, surfboard, like that. And I know it's going to cover up some of the stuff. Well, it makes sense for me to draw what's going to be there, and if I have enough skill, then I don't have to do that to have everything match up. Because I don't know if you guys have ever seen this in somebody's drawing, where like if you remove the things covering, the proportions are going to be so wonky for the character or the object behind them. Anyways, so there's my stuff covered. And it's not like you don't see that much difference once you get further in. Oh wait, sorry, I didn't do that line work. Sorry, but like I said, not that much. You see a little bit of variation, like in there and whatnot. But like, let's turn this off. Let's turn off the surf cover. So like, that looks like her. Some of the issues that I had on this were something that I'm going to have a lot of finicky bits of it throughout my process of this, which is line weight and like getting the good tapers and whatnot. Because if you look at her eyes, like for one, you've got the here. Let me come back in with the brush. So like right here, right? Oops. So this right here, right? That is nice and light, right? It's not like she's got a whole bunch of eyeliner on and it's indicating that she has thick lashes, rather than she's got makeup on. Versus that one, which looks like she has put some eyeliner on, right? That she's emphasizing it. And I didn't need to do that. I needed it to be a little bit lighter and a taper off. Also goes more towards, I think, Western art style eyes where you do actually finish it off, whereas a lot of uh, so well, not a lot, but several anime ones don't. Or I guess could say Eastern uh, animators and illustrators styles that are like the typical manga stuff can have it be where it's not an enclosed all the time. And then like, yeah, there are bits there that are different from the original, you know. And now that I'm looking at it, well, yeah, part of hers was thicker on that other side, but not in its entirety, and that kind of draws away from the hair a bit if it were to have been blocking like that. So it would have okay. I'm learning stuff. Yeah, I didn't do the guys in the background because they're just funky bits of how they would be drawn, and I'm just realizing that one of like right here, right? Where's his other leg? Right? Like, where? There's no indication of where his other leg is. Anyways, but yeah. That's that. Let's now get back to it. Part of me wants to use this Scary Terry right now rather than this one, but this one actually uses the same lines that they're currently using. I don't know why it's blurred itself now. Bear with me while I go and fix that. Weird technical difficulty to have. It's not the string that I need. I need. Okay, we're going back to it. So she has it a little bit higher up, and that makes sense to have it a little bit higher up. Oh yeah. Okay, let's I kind of do like that it's a little bit more. Yeah, let's do that. That's an interesting form of reference for it. Oh yeah, why do I have that not full screen? Okay, I'm gonna go here. Okay, so we're gonna go new for the new. So we're gonna go next. Okay, so kind of in line. Okay, I need a slightly thicker line. I'll go with the pen again. Or no, pencil. Oops. Oh, yeah. Okay, so got that going. Oh, I should totally where. Pause. Okay, so that goes. Goes down to the. Ah, shit. One of the reasons to have done the other one is because that's a larger canvas. Yeah. Let's take the scary out of the theory. Okay. So, like, I want to make it a more organic line than what they've got, but this is a reference line, so I don't need it to be like. Oh shoot! Let me change that. But I don't need it to be super accurate to what the end product would be. And yeah, they're doing it basically from the connection there, but I kind of want to put it. So I'm just going to do this. Kind of try and match that angle using a straight edge. Mine is just a piece of paper. It's not perfect, but you know what? Why keep people waiting too long? And then, if you were to draw clavicle, there-ish, sure, whatever. Probably over there, it's going to be where some shoulders will end up being, but we're not too fussed about that. We're working on the face. Oh, she's got a bit steeper of an angle on these, which makes sense for a couple of reasons. Anatomy, for one. And then another is that the character they're drawing, while she is an elf, she's a druid and not a prissy druid. I guess one way to say it. So yeah. Let me fix that. I'll leave the ear currently as it is. Okay. Let's see what it is. Should I turn on the closed captioning for you guys too? Is that going to be useful? Oh, we're going bow. My bad. So this is different. That's a monk. Okay. Okay, you know what? We're going to learn from my previous mistakes. So we are going to, let's see if I labeled something. That's the nose. That's the eyes. Okay, so we're going to go there. And so instead of what I did before, we're going to go here. And use the ellipse tool. Make a damn circle. Yeah, that seems about right. We're going to see if I can move that circle. Nope. So never mind. What I'm first going to do is erase the chicken scratch lines. Ah. Redo his thing. Okay. So I'm currently on the correct layer. Okay. One of the things that I'm finding with this particular tablet is that sometimes once you've taken away the stylus or pen and you bring it back, it doesn't want to recognize it. So then you got to like pull it straight back, wait a half second, bring it back. Or when you flip it over for the eraser, because this thing has a nice little fun eraser on the other end. Or if you just flip it around, it tells it, yeah, no, that's an eraser. That's not a... Whoa, what the hell? That's weird. What did I do? Why did it do that? I just want a perfect circle. Is there a way to do that? So on some things, if you hold shift, it holds its... Hey! I'm gonna make that a little slightly... Okay, no, let me go. But yeah, I'm learning things by transmigrating knowledge, I guess is what I'm gonna say. Okay, I should do the eyes on a separate layer. Okay. Okay. Another thing I'm gonna have to do off camera is learn how to optimize the layout of my Clip Studio, because this right here is not that great, is it? We've got cramped bit for the actual layer control, then this layer display, I don't know why. You know, there's a whole bunch I could fix on this. But, I have not gone and done it because it's functional enough, but not for you guys looking at home, because this leaves things a little cramped. Okay. Two, that's those. Okay, so we select layer 2, then we switch over to the eraser side of the pen. So we clean up okay, looks good enough to me. Okay, so she's following the circle to make them bright, wide, and open a little bit. So if I don't be a dum-dum and go on the same layer and I go to the actual pen. Yeah, there you go. That needs to be all the way on the top, because this is the sketch layer. Sketch. Okay. Get back to it. Oh yeah, I can put it in the neck real quick and erase that. Forget that I'm on that tool. Switch over to the... You know, we'll go with the pen. The pen. just really bad drawing of where the clavicle would be, especially because it's technically a woman. So we're not trying to make it a super masculine line. So allowing it to be more hinted at is also good. Oh, wait. You know, I keep confusing whether or not it's Bo or Keyleth, the druid, or the monk, because she's got the monk reference right there. Why you do that to us, Dad? Why you do that? Get back to the sketch. Here we're gonna go back to black. Pen size. I'm gonna up the pen size, the brush size, whatever. You know that's the main difference, it seems, that is between the pen and the brush is that it's the brush is based off of speed. I mean, sorry, the pen is based off of speed. How much is allowed to be brought out? Whereas with the brush, see, I'm drawing real light, but increase the pressure, you get slightly bigger, and that's at like 5 size. We'll go up to 15 to show what it looks like. Really, really light, slow, same speed, pushing down, or quick and push it down. You still get all of that versus the pen line. And I wish Babs would be talking about this earlier, but it's geared to you starting out with this. Let's see. Okay. That's a. Whoop. Okay. That's that. We're gonna inside. Woohoo! Sometimes you don't have to completely undo a line. You can just erase some of it. I don't know which one I actually really want. Not a size 40 pen. No, let's go. She's going for. Now, bear in mind, guys, this is probably going to be awful. Let's play it, hit play so that maybe there's some. And I'm going to turn off the music for a second. Or I'll turn it so I can hear them a little bit. Okay. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is instead of making this the default Scary Terry that I'm going to have, what I'm going to do instead is just have this be a test run, and I'll do my own, like, hey, here's the base Scary Terry that I talked about last time, where it's like, oh, I'll just have the eyes and their alignment, right, have that as its own layer, you know, so on and so forth, so that way it's easy to adjust with just a copy and paste. So instead, what I'm going to do is merge these layers. But to do that, I have to figure out how to do that. What is set as reference? Okay, I'll figure that out later. Wait, if I go down here and I just tick mark every layer. That should allow me to affect all of them at once. Fingers crossed, right? And then see if I right click. Yeah, there you go. Merge selected layers. Oh, there's also merge visible, which I also could have done. But what that does, as you might have just noticed on the screen, it takes all those individual layers and makes them one. So now it's all one image, sure, which is great when you're done with something in particular. Like, oh yeah, I don't have to edit this anymore. There's stuff in here that I could have edited, but you know, it's its own thing. And then what I want to do is change on this layer is change its opacity if I can. Oh boy, stuff I vaguely remember doing in Photoshop is now just like on this new program in particular too. Oh, there we go. It's just a slider bar that just happens to be right there. And then we go Control Shift N for the new layer. And that one is automatically set at 100. Go eyes sketch. And I'm sure other people have different sequence of events that they do on this, but I like the eyes first approach once you've got the exterior proportions sort of laid out. Okay. Much better. Oops. How did I? What the heck? Okay, she has it a little bit less of an up swoop and down swoop here. Yeah. Okay, so she goes down past. Yeah, that's a. Okay, I like a little bit more of a swoop down. Okay, that's better. Oh, she's a righty. Okay, it's a little bit lighter on me. Yeah. It makes sense for them to do the whole blue as well, like the scannable um, one, just because. Right. Yeah, yeah. The whole phrasing of it's a bad artist who blames his tools, or it's a bad uh, craftsman, or even a mechanic. Some people use that, uh, and yeah, there is definitely some truth to that, because if you're just like, no, I'm holding out for the really good tool, you're not going to be doing anything, and you're also not going to be as good as the person who has been doing it with the bad tools before they got the good tool, right? Like, say you wanted to take up wood carving or some shit, right? Well, I mean, you can go out and do that with really shitty chisels or a knife, or you know all that sort of stuff. You don't need to hold out for the really good tools, like the $2,000 rotary uh, tool for some of the details, or CNC machine, or even if you get the CNC machine, like, you can dick around with some of the free software for it before you get around to the paid services, um, and whatnot. Like, you can do that. Like, hey, even here, I'm using the only reason I'm using this is because I was able this Clip Studio instead of GIMP, which is the open source that I was thinking about, is because I was able to get like 4 months free, and then it's a monthly subscription for way less than what you would get Adobe for, and that's basically to cover if I forget to switch over to the one-time purchase, which I probably griped about before. But for them to be using the blue for her, for Marisha's side of stuff, where it's like, hey, you're using the less expensive tools. You're using the, hey, you're being the beginner while Babs is being the advanced on the drawing tablet. It makes sense for them to use the blue on that tool, just specifically so they can scan and upload the stuff, so that they'll see that and it won't be a glaring underdraw difference and whatnot, because they're trying to entice people to not burst out of their shell, but push their boundaries, attempt a skill, that sort of thing, versus just watching somebody else do it and it being a fun speed draw to watch. They're trying to encourage people to learn a skill, have fun, create their own stuff. It's not the cool. Okay, I'm gonna follow that up. That feels weird. Okay, so she's more of the pencil stuff. Except we find okay, she's yeah, I'm going back to the pen. if it will recognize it. A little bit of a different change in the... Okay, before I move on to what they're doing, I'm going to pause that. Yeah. I should leave the stream up on one of these monitors so that I can see if anybody actually does come by. Not that I'm expecting it, because we're not really advertising anywhere or trying to boost ourselves anywhere. But, you know, it's not a bad idea to be open to it if somebody stumbles across us. Next time we're also going to have a much better start to the stream. Okay, there's something that I learned that you can do in watching other people do it. Is... Let's see, which one is it? There's a button specifically for it. Here we go. It's flipping the canvas. And in a speed draw, that's gonna... It's not necessarily gonna confuse the fuck out of people, as it were. But it will be a little bit disorienting to see happen. Yes, I go into the eyeball a little bit, but that's because the eyeball that is presented is not a perfect sphere. A little bit more of a... Be less hairy with the details. Be more confidence. Does not equate perfectly to speed. Okay. One thing that you won't see me do, that you won't be able to tell I'm doing on screen, is I'm going to take that straight edge that I have and kind of figure out where I'm going wrong with sizing things. Like, this swoop goes way too high, so we're going to bring it down a bit. Goes a bit more. I went a bit more fat on the bottom, like them girls we all love. And if you don't get what I'm referencing, well, you need to go and listen to some Queen. Not whoever you refer to as the Queen in so far as music, but Queen specifically, the band. That's better. I'm kind of still awful. And, you know, I agree with Babs. A straight on, there's very little to hide with this. Like, there's very little places for me to hide on symmetry and whatnot. It's like, that's not great. Because, like, let's say I were to do this. Select that, Control C, Control V, and then, like, this is cheating. This is not something that, like, this is not me developing my skill right now, but this is just a comparison. Let's see. I got a more sensitive mouse today than I'm used to. Is that just here somewhere? Also learning where things are transformed. Okay, flip horizontal. Cool. So, like, see how that's so much different? I'll move it up here so I can have it as a reference. I'm not that, now that I'm looking at it, it's not that bad of a difference. Like, I'll even Control D. We'll magic wand it. Turn it to go back to the blue underdrawing that we've been doing, right? Fill it. It's not going to cover all of it, but it'll cover most of it, right? Or I thought it would. Why aren't... Wow. Oh, no, the tolerance is there. Opacity is 100. Why is it? That's weird. Whatever. I can also see where I had holes in it. So we'll just go back to this. I might have accidentally only selected the I love how I'm doing this on this one and not the other. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to do it from here. I'm going to zoom in more. I'm going to do a little bit less of the global drawing than what I was doing before. Okay, so that's what it looks like from the original one with a little bit of cleanup. All right, so we're going to go a little bit more down. Like that. A little bit harsher in the up. Not too much. I still want a curve. Let me make this smaller. Okay. Oh, it's the copy that I'm selling. Well, that's great. That means I can't destroy that layer. I have to leave it. Okay. Continue the curve. That was a little bit drastic. Okay. Yeah, I'm being a little bit ADD about this. And then there. Undo. We just flip around the pen like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Get to the... Redraw that in a second. Boy. Yep. Doing all this time. On a stupid eyelash / eyebrow. No, this is an eyelash. This is eyelashes. Okay, let's go over to the other one. Fix it up. Back out in just a sec. What this looks like. How uniform that looks. It's a lot better. I'm not getting enough of the fullness on the other end, and it needs to shorten. Fill that out just a bit, and then okay, we're almost there. We'll call it good for now. Okay, over to this. Although that one was a beautiful eyebrow, we'll call it that. Sure. her a beautiful eyelash, stylized eyelash. But yeah, we'll select these two, and then so right click on it. Merge the layers. Cool. Because I have the eyebrow sketch that affected them. So continue. Ah, boy. That's okay. I'm turn off the. I'm turn off scary. It almost looks like hieroglyphs with this style. Oh, that's what she means by okay. I was thinking pupil for a second. I'm going to turn back the. Okay. Or on my end, like 2 or 3 hours. Okay. Okay. I'm still on the pen. So one of the things that I forgot to do here was just change it. Much better. Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah. And then. Woo, that's a spicy meatball. I'm looking at her right now. Fuck. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do something similar too. So what I'm gonna do is move this down a bit. One of the joys of digital. Okay, and we're also gonna have it right in. Yep, me too. Ah! Fuck. Wrong tool. Okay, so the style they're doing is where it's a oh, they're doing the iris, I think. Okay, I need to make that smaller. Much better. Oh, that's much better, I think. What's that? What is that? What? Okay, so they're going from the inside. Oh yeah, she's like, oh yeah, no, I'll just draw two characters at once too, or at least two features of them at the same time separately. Okay, that's a bigger. Yeah, why does it do that? Was she too thick? This came out a few years before Thick with two C's was so popular. Can't tell. Okay. Let's flip this back over. Because okay. Yeah, that's not great. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. Disclaimer: any ads that you see currently on this are generated by an algorithm. Also, an algorithm on a channel that I don't use to watch anything. So it's all going to be random. And not stuff that is either endorsed, used, or discouraged. So it's basically completely ambivalent from my side about that stuff. That's me trying to fix that eye. Lash, whatever. And it's not great, but it's not awful. Okay. This is going to be not great. You know what? Something that I've heard before from multiple people is don't be precious with your art. And by that, they're mostly meaning, don't feel the need to make every brushstroke perfect or every piece a masterpiece. You should be willing to delete your art. Don't be like, a proud parent who decides everything their child does is a masterpiece. If you're going to be a parent, feel free to do that. But when you're the artist yourself, you should feel free to do your art in such a way that it's okay if you delete. You don't need to boost the fact that you did a macaroni sculpture, or that wacky watercolor first attempt that you did. Oh, what? That undid all of that? That's the heck. How did I lose so many steps? There should be more steps there. Something delete all that. Okay. So yeah, it's liberating in a lot of ways to be able to delete your art and not feel like you failed with it, because even an artist's last painting they ever do in their entire life, it's not perfect. You'd be able to find flaws in it. Even somebody who makes their entire life on being super photorealistic, well, there's still gonna be flaws in it. It's made by a human. Bring that up a bit more. Feels a bit better. I don't know what it is about that feels so off to me, but there's something. I think part of it is that I have this connected. I don't want that connected. Okay. So more out there. I think part of it is also that my Scary Terry is out of alignment. You can probably tell on there. It is few degrees off. Let's bring that too close. Bring that too far. Right about. Not the best styling, but it is what it is. We'll continue. Okay, so part of it, I think, is that one on the right for me right now is a slightly larger iris by just a few percent, a little bit, you know. Yeah. Jeez, Marisha, you're good at this shit. That makes it a little bit easier on the eye to me. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's not a thing anymore, so we're gonna. Oh shoot, had the wrong things. Oh yeah, for those of you who don't know, she was the one who played the character Keyleth, also nicknamed Kiki. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna try and not do a whole bunch of canvas flipping. I'll use it sometimes, particularly for some complicated. Let's see. Brush size, opacity. Okay, so we're gonna try it with an actual pencil now. Well, a pencil brush. Okay, so just light, hard. Okay, it does add a texture. We're gonna go right. Okay, so characteristics. And sometimes there's those words that you just can't say for the life of you. I keep. Yeah, like that one. That I accidentally played again. Okay, so since we're following along and drawing a key, I'm gonna lengthen that neck just. Well, not that. Lengthened by not having it swoop out as quickly. So closer to that. Still higher. Come on. Nope, that's too high. But yes, once your underdrawing has good proportions for what you're wanting, it's a lot easier to do this crap. I'm trying to speed through a little bit because this is not me being overseen by anybody actually directing me. Okay. That's a better line. That's right. It's that last little bit where I tapered it off too drastic. Flat. That's better-ish. There we go. Okay, then they're up here. Yeah, see how I've got this as a different setup than what they've got for the face. I mean, sorry, not they, me. Different than what I originally had for this. And so I have to redo ears just. There we go. Yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch of different ways that these ears are presented as different races. These puentes. But this is going to be my elf here for today. And let's see how crappily I draw the other side. The joys of being completely new to a thing. I think this is the first time I've ever tried to draw something with elf ears. That's a lot further out. Okay, we're almost at, what are we at on stream time? Where do I find that? We're just about at an hour and a half, so I'm gonna speed through a little bit, not speed, but I'm gonna power through a few of the details. No, not too much. In, back out. There. Okay, one's looking more like a sea elf. I guess this is one of the really nice things about digital art, is that you can erase things a lot cleaner and in a lot more varying of eraser sizes, shapes, and interactions with the medium. More thin. Not great, but hey, we're getting there. I guess one of the things I can do, since this is a digital medium, I can use things to my advantage like I did earlier, which is, we're just going to finish this detail and we'll be done. Okay, come on, lasso tool. Okay. Control C, Control V. Edit. Transform. Flip horizontal. And get it direct as I'm trying to move it. There. I guess part of this will also help me visualize the differences, because like, here we go. So I do need it to be slightly taller than it was before. Okay. So back to this. Yes, I'm good with that. Okay. Get out of selection. Okay, so I'm gonna scrap this here. Come on, that should be the. Shouldn't be this. Yeah, it's not that. What layer was? What layer is this on? What the heck? Okay. Oh, oh, well, no, that shouldn't be doing that. Okay, either way. Here. There we go. I don't know why or what was affecting what there, but it was something. Okay. But like I said, this is all about learning. So I could use a grid on the background if I really wanted to. Okay, so we're gonna take this guy. And right now I've got a straight edge again. Just line this. Move this far enough away. There we go. So I can try and recreate it right there. Okay, so oops. See? That's back to where it was, isn't it? Dang it. Yep. There we go. Enter. I guess maybe that'll do it. And then we go back to this layer. And switch back up to the pen tool. Some people use a brush to draw, some people don't. Right now I'm experimenting with the pen. Too far out. Okay. Because down here, things compound, man. Things compound. Maybe if I'm just a little bit less precious with it, I'll get closer to it quicker. I think I am. Much better. That last line was a mistake. But, you know, this is a much less scary Terry than what we started this out with. We'll put a little bit of that tag in there or whatever. You know, not awful. Not great, but not awful. But that's a good place to end this little log. Thanks for joining us. Soon you'll probably be hearing a little bit more from the others at the research station. We have myself, your general fabricator, not a rank, by the way, just job title. You've got Dr. Scribe, the head researcher and founder for this iteration of the facility. And you've got our darker silent partner. Well, he's silent for right now. See you in a bit. Soon you'll be able to get a little bit more from us, including some of the written logs that that Dr. Scribe is willing to declassify for you all at your security access. And I hope that'll be fun for a lot of you. And I hope soon my art will be a little bit more pleasing to the eye. I should be able to get them up and running on their stuff soon as well. So until next time, you all have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there. It is definitely not a safe universe. But we'll see you when we see you.